Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, I have something very important to show you because as you guys know, we have entered a bull market, but you might not know the exact reason why. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact reason why Bitcoin is going into a massive bull market and why we can be so confident in a large price target such as $50,000 or $100,000. Guys, I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of today's video. We're going to be talking a lot about fundamentals in today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We are trying to grow our social media presence aggressively, and I want you guys to go and follow us on Instagram and Twitter because we have so much awesome content coming out over there very, very soon. Already some great stuff is posted, so make sure to follow us at CryptoJeb. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. This video is sponsored by Coffee. They're not paying us. There's no company called Coffee. It's just this video would not be possible without this cup of coffee. You might know this. Notice that I am a little hyper right now. It is thanks to the wonder drug that is caffeine. Did you know that caffeine is actually a natural pesticide? Anyway, I'm going to take a drink and we're gonna get started. Guys, we need to talk about the key search term Bitcoin on Google Trends today. And specifically, we need to talk about the 5-year chart. As you guys can see, it seems like there has been one major rally on Google search interest for Bitcoin in history happening in December of 2017. Of course, that would correlate with the $20,000 all-time high run back in the same time period. But it might be easy to look at this chart and write off everything else that has happened here, from all of this flat line to all of this flat line over here. That would be a mistake. Zooming into the 12-month chart, we see something very, very important, and that is that Bitcoin has seen more search interest in the last 3 weeks than we have seen at any point in the last 12 months. As you can see, we've seen 1, 2, and 3 rallies in search interest for Bitcoin on Google, meaning that more people are searching that term. But these last 3 weeks, we have seen a 93, a 100, and a 93 again on a scale of 0 to 100, 93 being 93% as much search volume as the most search volume in the last 12 months. I hope that makes sense. If it didn't, well, I think you'll figure it out. Just look at it for a little while. Scale of 0 to 100. You got it? Cool. Cool. It's not easy. It's okay. I'm here for you. Drink coffee. Jokes aside, the reason that I'm making this video is because I want to make sure you guys understand why Bitcoin is going on a bull market. It's not because RSI is doing well. It's not because MACD. It's not because 200 weekly simple moving average. It's not because XYZ in the third. It's not because your crazy neighbor down the street who just for some reason always seems to make the right prediction on Bitcoin. I swear he has a DeLorean parked in that crappy looking garage of his. It's not because of him either. The reason that Bitcoin is going on a bull market is because of adoption. And guys, this is huge. The fact that Bitcoin is seeing more search volume right now than we have ever seen, that we've seen in the last 12 months anyway, we've seen more search volume is huge. But the fact that we've only seen 12% of the search volume this month that we saw when Bitcoin hit $20,000 last time means that this rally so far anyway is not built on retail hype. It means that this rally so far is built on other fundamentals, meaning that the hype that drove the hype cycle at the end of 2017, that drove Bitcoin to $20,000 has not yet returned. We're seeing organic, healthy growth in cryptocurrency adoption, and that's huge. It means that the overall space is growing. There's more people watching YouTube videos than ever. Every 3 to 4 months, it seems that on average, we're getting 2,000 or 3,000 more views on a video. Carl's getting like 10,000 more views on a video because he's just awesome, you know? I don't know what else to say about that. Follow him. He's a cool guy. Carl at the moon. The fact is, the player base in Bitcoin is getting a lot bigger, and it hasn't gone parabolic the same way it did in 2017, but yet the market has. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the underlying intrinsic value of today's Bitcoin is significantly, substantially higher than it was at the end of 2017. It means that when Bitcoin rallied to $20,000 at the end of 2017, it was not worth $20,000. Today, we haven't seen a hype cycle. And yet, here we are. And yet, it looks like we're probably going to break bullish in the next month or so. Maybe even less time than that. What's driving this market? So far, fundamentals outside of adoption. What's going to drive a hype cycle after we get above like $50,000? I mean, we're far from a hype cycle, but we're still going to be rallying quite a lot. I'll tell you what's going to drive it. Adoption. Interest in the space. People understanding the core tenets of Bitcoin and why it's so important and why it will change the future of human society. It's decentralized, meaning that no one can use a tyrannical iron fist, a despotic fist, over the currency to take advantage of the populace. It can't happen, at least not in traditional ways. And 2, Bitcoin is limited. It has a limited supply. Throughout the history of mankind, we see time and time and time again, when currencies get inflated and the masses lose their money, they become poor. And when the masses are poor and the wealthy 1% or the aristocrats or whatever you want to call them get stupid rich and everybody else is struggling to find food to eat, well, you get 90% of the populace upset at the other 10%, and a civil war breaks out and the society collapses. It has happened time and time and time again, or an outside force comes in and invades and conquers and conquests and enslaves. It's not a good thing to build economies, especially modern economies, complex as they are, on fiat currencies that can be inflated. It's extremely dangerous, and that is where Bitcoin comes into play. Bitcoin will be mass adopted. Bitcoin will be known to everyone, and it will be used by those people that think it's a joke right now. And the reason is because unlike any currency that we have ever seen in the history of mankind, I am including gold, Bitcoin has a limited supply. There will only ever be 21 million in existence. In fact, there was a study done recently that says over 4 million have already been lost. What that means is that at that rate of losing Bitcoin and the rate of Bitcoin being mined, we are actually in deflation by now, meaning that there is less Bitcoin being created than there is Bitcoin being lost, which means that over time, your Bitcoin is becoming more valuable because the market is growing, but also because there's less Bitcoin in circulating supply since Bitcoin is being destroyed through a various number of ways. The future for Bitcoin is so incredibly bright. And I remember when I got involved with this, I was like, oh, this is cool. Something to invest in, something to trade. I didn't understand it for a little while. And then I started to realize, hang on a minute. This is really important. And we're at the beginning of something huge. And guys, 20 years from now, people are going to be looking back on you and me and saying, you got into Bitcoin in 2020? Think about how we look back on people that say, you got into the internet in 1990? Damn, you must be wealthy. And then, depending on who you're talking to, they're like, yeah, check out my Lambo. Or they're like, yeah, but I sold too early. Who do you want to be? It's just a fact. Bitcoin is going to do very, very well. I suppose it's not technically a fact. It is technically, according to an English teacher, an opinion. But I think it's a very well-substantiated opinion. I would love to hear what you think in the comment section down below. I really enjoy these videos. It's just kind of me talking to you and covering a topic and voicing my opinions. Guys, we have a lot of really cool stuff going on behind the scenes. You're about to see a lot of it. A lot of it is dropping during the new year. Some of it is dropping on Instagram right now. Follow us on Instagram at CryptoJeb. Make sure to do that, and also follow us on Twitter. We're trying to get to 5,000 followers on Twitter and 3,000 on Instagram, and I need your help. I don't think I could have possibly said that any faster, but I need your help. Go follow us. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Also subscribe. Also hit that like button. Also share this video with a friend. Join our Bybit. Join the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. Follow all of our links. Donate if you want to. You know, tell everybody about that. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it out for today's video. Before we go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.